Welcome, Capricorn. Come on in. I'm back. I took a week off, but I missed you guys. I had to come back. Let's get down. Spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, friends of ours that may have passed over. The higher galactic beings that could be overseeing this act of divination after all, and the ascended masters, please come in and help guide and give us messages for my collective's best and highest good in a way that we can all understand, please, and thank you. Yeah. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders anytime and each time you feel fit. Yeah. All right. We're going to play some tarot. Let's play tarot. Come on in, Cap. Sit down, make yourself comfortable, grab something to drink, something to munch on, your favorite pillow. Show me what I need to say. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I did need a break. It was deserved. It was needed. I never did that since I've started this channel, and it was only for a week. But, yeah, I missed you guys. Tantrums or emotional outbursts. Somebody could be in their feels. Okay. Something about that. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's them. Could be all of y'all. What's going on here? Tantrums is like a spoiled, rotten little brat kind of thing. But emotional outbursts is like, for a reason. Trash. Somebody needs to take the trash out. Something about trash. Garbage. Something stinks. Tantrums stink, that's for sure. Who wants to deal with a fucking tyrannical anything? Alright. Show me what I need to see, Capricorn. Ruin. Oh, Ten of Swords. Something's ruined. It's about ruin. Rock bottom. Trash. Ruin. Something was ruined in the trash. It's emotional. Uh-oh. I dropped a card. Hold on. Harsh and aggressive. If I can pick it up. Oh, I'm having a hard time moving lately. Harsh and aggressive. Tantrums. Somebody losing it? I feel like it's pulling on emotional strings here, whatever this is. Their voodoo is backfiring. Something's trash. Their voodoo is trash. It's backfiring. Okay. So somebody's curses and hexes and spells that they were casting is now coming back. So we're talking karma. We're talking universal law of 3. So usually comes in 3s, or it'll come back 3 times 3, right? It's how, depends on it, I guess, or something. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. Something like that. But somebody's voodoo is backfiring on them, and something is ruined because of it. Craft. Hi, everybody. Hi. Somebody's craft ruined things. Their witchcraft. On the other hand, somebody could be crafty, right? I love crafting. I love painting. I love drawing and sketching. Oops, should I take that one? Door closed. Something about the harsh and aggressiveness, door closed. Somebody's not dealing with it anymore. Hopefully that's you, Capricorn. Maybe you're not dealing with this emotional outburst, tantrum, tyrannical voodoo. These are tough cards coming. I just started, Jesus, sneaky. Whoops, nope. Excuse, okay, I'll keep it. Believe in fairy tales. Believe it. Believe it. All right. Something about this is like a real life fairy tale. We live in a real life fairy tale, people. But see, people really don't believe anymore, that they don't look at it that way anymore. But now that these veils are thinning and we're seeing more and more truths and, learning, and yeah, believe it. Miser. Somebody's a miser. Mine. Harsh and aggressive. Door closed. Somebody's holding on. I gotta put. Okay. I have my window open. Oh, yeah, you can tell because it's all blowing around. But I didn't want my cards to blow away. It's definitely blowing out there. Angry at you because you healed. Somebody's angry that they healed. Why would they be angry that somebody's doing well? We got to question that in itself. Really? Their voodoo is backfiring. Sneaky. One, a couple, whatever. Give me another one. However many. What's out? Oops. Okay. There are no coincidences. No shit. I don't even like that word, coincidences, anymore. Everything is for a reason when it really comes down to. And then private investigator wanted to show itself here. Someone has a PI or is spying or learning about someone or something. Someone's investigating. All right, that's where we're starting there. Tell me more. What is going on here? Somebody's not confused anymore. It just came out, I'll show it to you upright. Perplexed and conflicted. There's no confusion anymore. See? These tantrums and emotional outbursts, it's clear as day. So that means someone has learned something, right? Somebody has some piss and vinegar, right? This was also reversed, this burdened. They were burdened, but this is about letting it go. The harsh and aggressive energies, right? It's clear as day. Consequences, upright. Yeah, rippling water effect. They're feeling their own voodoo, their own bad juju. Door closed right next to it. Miser. Ooh, okay. We got a bunch, yeah. Somebody's making boundaries from this trash. We're blocking out the smell. Enough is enough. Somebody's very disrespectful and harsh and aggressive. Yeah, I feel like they were the ones demanding respect. They didn't respect themselves. Everybody deserves respect. I don't care who you are, right? Time, delay, procrastination, too busy. Time is ticking. Yeah, you think? I feel like time has gone by. Like it's about time. I'm almost, with the sneaky behavior, I'm like, doof, like get off your ass. All right, epiphany, self-reflection, answered questions, or untapped talents. Somebody is angry at somebody because they healed. They're doing well, which means their voodoo didn't want them to do well, because that's coming back on them. Their epiphany that, this is a real life fairy tale here we're living. Somebody needs to breathe, let go, clear your mind, and heal. I'll add that. It's sneakiness. Somebody needs to, this is Capricorn. I feel like somebody has healed, but somebody needs to, or is. Somebody may not be doing so well out there. For some of you, somebody's missing someone. They want to talk, or a reunion is here. Today's a great day. Now, in the moment. Yeah, being present, being grounded. right? Capricorns are very grounded, but staying present through these illusions and delusions and shit. Okay, we have a private investigator here. Somebody's they're looking into something. Who's looking into what and why? I got questions. I always tell my collectives to stay discerning, right? Well, brief affair, something short and sweet can't last. It's not short and sweet in this picture, but okay. Okay, if you say so. A few more of these, please. Real life fairy tale. We'll see when we deny things that are right in front of us. How do you deny something that's right in front of you, though? I just don't get it. I guess I don't compute with certain energies because I don't know. Secret past, not telling the whole story, skeletons in the closet. Same thing as a big fat lie, if you ask me. Trying to hide it, trying to, conceal it, whatever. There's no coincidences. Somebody's looking into something. Somebody's a PI. Somebody's a PI. Complicated. Lots of twists and turns. Naughty situation. Precarious. There are no situations. Something's very ominous. Something's going on around you. You can't help but notice, because now all of a sudden we can see clearly or something. I don't know who that's for, but I picked it up. Mirror reflects your own issues like attracts life. This person does not want to see themselves. They need to see themselves. They need to look in the mirror and do their shadow work. Look at it for what it is. Unpredictable, live wire. Don't know what they'll do. Can't trust this person, or we don't know if we trust this person. Somebody is investigating this. Somebody's looking into it. Right? Things happen for a reason, and the voodoo is going back. It's bad voodoo. Bad juju from bad voodoo. Undecided, choosing between lovers, competing for affection. Somebody is doing this for attention seekers. There could be opportunists out there taking opportunities only when they see something's in it for them. If they can get something out of this, they'll go and do it. Otherwise, but I feel also that there's just very untrustworthy energies coming through here, and somebody's mad at somebody because they're doing well and they healed. Well, don't be angry, just do it. Everybody has the option at any time. It's free will. If you want to heal, you can heal yourselves. We know this now in this day and age, right? People can heal themselves. The information's out there to do your own work, and they're even coming out with med beds as far as the Galactic Federation is concerned. If you follow that, If you know, right? Kind of thing. Show off, needs to prove themselves, insecure, exhibitionist, possibly. Yeah, they're looking for attention. Somebody's in their ego. They're acting like they're rich or whatever. They're showing it off. They could be boasting, or what's that word I'm looking for? It'll come to me if it should, I guess. Somebody's in the spotlight. They're worried about their public image. They can't relax, and they're very conceited. Yeah, they're in their ego. They're worried about them now because their voodoo's backfiring. I wonder if somebody's playing victim after everything they've done. That's my question. Something's ruined. This miser holding on to the past or holding on to things too tightly is not healthy. Period. Right? It is not healthy. Crumbling. It feels like what you built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build again. Something's crumbling. It's crumbling because it wasn't a sturdy foundation to begin with. See how everything lit up when I said that? Behind me. All right, that's where we're starting. Let's play tarot. Show me what I need to see. Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Judgment reversed. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly, Miser ×2. Ding, 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 ding. It is not healthy. Something's coming down. On the other hand, I feel like some people are trying to save money, trying to hold on to it, trying to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, maybe. I'm not sure. First two cards that came out, Five of Cups and Five of Swords. I want you people to look at these cards. Very abusive, harsh, and aggressive. Bullyish. Could also pertain to mind control and grooming. With all that blood spilled, there's still two cups up right here. So don't focus on that. Focus on what's still there in front of you, I guess. The harsh and aggressive, the brutality. Look at the bully. Really? Because their voodoo's going right back at them. I don't think they like it very much. This is slander, possibly. You know, like smear campaigns, trying to ruin somebody's life, gossip and rumors, and, you know, really trying to, it's a really wicked vibe, you know, taking an opportunity here, something tangible. Ace of Pentacles, this is crowning you for a couple weeks. I like it. So this energy here is giving an opportunity in the next couple weeks. There is bad judgment, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, public image, worried about, you know, people aren't looking. Whoops. Okay. You know, they're very unwoke. Maybe very not up to times, like the informative times and things changing, and they're not keeping up to date. Okay, whatever that is. So they're probably older and stuck in their ways, maybe. Somebody here, yeah, holding on to what's crumbling. Holding on to peanuts and crumbs, right? They're hiding from the sun, this bullyish energy. They're hiding. The illumination is here. You know, this is a good card, regardless, Capricorn. But somebody I feel is timid or scared. And if they're, you know, any type of narcissistic or whatever energies here, then they are weak. They are timid. They are scared inside, deep down. You know, that's why they feel like they have to control and bully, you know, to feel like they have power, because inside they don't, right? It's just a show. It's just a mask. It's covert, right? The reckless energies, very imbalanced, very impatient, maybe, this person, right? very demanding, tyrannical, childlike. Wow. Who the hell are we talking about here? Jesus. Hierophant here. Show off. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody has an opportunity for some guidance, some teaching, knowledge, higher power, something with source. This could have to do with marriage and contracts. Is there a contract here? Look at the checkerboard floor. I learned recently that that's a very Eastern Star and Mason type Luciferian kind of thing. And it was built that way purposely way back in the 1800s or 1900, whenever it was designed. And they knew exactly what it meant when they were installing this flooring in courthouses or barber shops. You know, through time you see them in grocery stores. It's all over the place. But yet it's just another sign right in front of us that a lot of people don't see or know about. Now you'll start noticing. Yeah, it's about, that's dead center in the reading. There's I don't know where I just learned that recently. I don't know, on one of the programs. It's a thing. You can look it up. There's probably a lot more to it too. I don't know. That's just what I remember off the bat. I am doing great. How are you today? Hi, everybody. Capricorn. Yeah. It's a hard reading, so come on in. Get comfy. Get comfy because we're dealing with a lot of karmatic energies here. King of Cups reversed, public image, judgment down. Yeah, this person hates it. They're embarrassed. They could be fucking, they're pissed off that their reputation is ruined. I guarantee you, if that's true for you, then it's because they put that out for someone because their voodoo is coming back at them. They're getting whatever it is that they sent out. That's why they're in bad judgment here. We can see clearly now the sun is out. Yeah, I feel like, this is a very argumentative kind of energy, I feel. That's probably how they gain their, they like to siphon that energy is by the arguments and the chaos, breaking chains. This miser, what's coming down, these addictions, these obsessions, whatever that may be, these chains are breaking. People are being released. Ooh, I like that. They're in bad judgment, but they're breaking chains. I think they're trying to do what's right. Not sure here. Show me. Eight of Pentacles down, Ace of Swords down. Somebody here that is unpredictable and untrustworthy. They are not mastering, they're not listening to their own intuition, first of all. They're a big fat liar. They're causing confusion. They're causing like I said, that's how they feed, right? It's very out of balance right now. Somebody could be losing it out there, possibly, This Hierophant's looking right at this Ace of Swords down, like, I don't think so. This devil can sit down all day long. Two of Swords down. Bad choices and decisions. Getting out of your own way. And just letting it happen. Going with the flow. So that's like a message for somebody. I don't think that was for everybody, but too much time has gone by. Time is they can procrastinate all they want and try and hide and try and conceal, and you know, they're scared. They need to face their fears. You know, they're in bad judgment. Well, what the fuck? Their voodoo is backfiring. The Hermit reversed. They're breaking chains. Okay, somebody is. But here, somebody is not going to take the time to heal and self-reflect and deal with their shadow. It's like, I feel like they're too busy. They're going to be making excuses to do this, you know? The devil, you know, as I say a lot of times, when my cards are reversed, it still carries the meaning. The devil is earthbound. They don't ascend, right? So they reincarnate, 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 reincarnate. The shit goes on and on and on, right? So the devil's earthbound regardless. You could be breaking the chains, however. But here, they're not going to change, right? They're scared. They don't want to see, they don't want to reflect, because this could be a very serious personality disorder or what. They may not, because of their own twisted, like, who's the crazy one now? You know? Yeah, they're scared. Thank you for, you know, they're very weak, they're timid. And underneath it all, the most wicked, it's really the most sad, because that's the most hurt, the most trauma, the most, you know, and some of these people may not even remember what that trauma was in the first place, because their mind doesn't remember, or whatever they create. I don't know. I mean, depends on everything really, but show me what I need to see. I'm changing decks now. We're going to get a little deeper still. That was a mouthful. Once I start channeling, man, it just flows. The Empress reversed. I feel like, Capricorn, you're the one that's being bullied. You're the one that, you know, somebody escaped this and now they're taking it out on you, possibly. On the other hand, somebody could be missing their child or children. You know, maybe we are talking a custody battle in court. I don't know. It's going to depend on everybody. But being very blocked, uncreative, blocked from your children, maybe, or child, right? Being bullied. This is a very unpredictable, live wire, Luciferian, demonic type energy for a lot of you. I'm gonna say it. This is very Jezebel, whatever. Those spiritual narcissists, man. The Chariot movement. Very undecided. But there is movement with all this cruelty, this aggressiveness, this forcing, this controlling, grooming, mind control. I feel like people are trying to cover their tracks and mind control certain energies into saying certain things here. If you feel a certain way, there's a reason for it. You stick with your own intuition. These are blocked. I don't like these energies. There has not been communication, or things have stopped here, but there's an opportunity coming from this, you know, or there is an opportunity. It could already be here, or maybe it's coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure. Ding, 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 ding. But there's another opportunity coming. Could be tangible. Hope for your challenge and homework. The opportunity is making this judgment right. Hope for your challenge and homework. That's a biggie. Right? It's here. The opportunity to make things right is here. 8 of Swords down. Freeing yourself from this mind control, miser, Some people might be getting divorced. Good for you. I'm sorry to say, but you have to be real. And if that's what it is, things are crumbling around you, you know, get the fuck rid of the devil energy and heal yourselves. It's first and foremost on this planet right now. Somebody's breaking ancestral curses. These things, like I said, have been going on for they've been reincarnated through time, through the family. It's been going on. People are now learning of this, right? And now it's breaking. These hexes and these curses are breaking. This narcissist, this sneaky, covert, possible sociopath is needs to sit down. He's being sat down. The devil is being sat down. Somehow, some way. Carrying those burdens is heavy. We need to put those wands down. 10 wands, you're carrying 10 wands, really? It's probably it's not your burden, it's theirs. They need to deal with their own shit. This person has never dealt with anything emotional or anything in their life. They're childlike. They have never been responsible for their own whatever in life, and they've gotten away with it for way too long. And now somebody wants to see somebody. Somebody's missing somebody. Somebody could be missing their mom, or vice versa, right? Somebody's bossing up and glowing up and showing up. This is about taking charge and moving, right? Moving forward. Maybe you are moving. I don't know. The Chariot's here. Could be about travel, right? It's something. Okay. 9 of Wands down. Somebody wants to free themselves from this, right? They want to free themselves, this Hierophant. They want to give up. They want to free themselves. If you want to free yourself, the truth will set you free. Period. Dead center in the reading. 5 of Cups. It is disappointing. It is hurtful. It is what it is. Now move on. You could hate it. It's not easy. Not easy, these things in life. It's not easy for anybody on the planet right now, by the way. It's not just you. No, I'm not minimalizing that, but I'm just saying this is a tough time right now. Right? The eclipse, the planetary alignment, the meteor showers, all the shit that hasn't been happening for 5,000 years is happening now. And it's big. There's a lot of earthquakes going on in this world. God is pissed. Shit's happening. Right? He's pissed that these covert things have been hidden for so long. There's a new drive here, a new passion going forward. Right? I like it. It's to free yourself, to go forward. Somebody's following. Somebody is going forward because they know the truth will prevail them and free them. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Some people are not moving. It's black magic. They don't want to move, but that's not up to you. It's about you, not them. It's free will. If they don't want to, fine. You stay right exactly where you're going, because I want to go over there and be happy. I want to have peace, right? This disrespectful MF needs it right back, because that's the only way that they're going to learn their lessons and sit the fuck down. Because some of these people are ruthless on this planet. The devil upright. Ding, 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 ding. Ace of Swords down. The devil does lie, doesn't he? Oh, yeah, that confusion. What goes round and round and round we go. Very undecided. I say make your decision. Get the fuck out. Lock the door. I have been telling you guys this for what seems like eons. You know? I think Aries as well is very similar to this reading right now. If you want, you can watch Aries. Moon reversed is clarifying about, oh no, it's not. It's next to it though. But yeah, the exposure is real. They're still trying to conjure up the dark, but it's seen now. It's seen clearly. People are getting it. They're getting the message. And people want to free themselves from this devil. The devil can stay where he wants to stay. If you want to do something, you need to do that. Whatever that is, right? And a lot of these things, it's the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. Trust me, because I did it. And after all the trauma and tribulations and shit that I had been through, and then I had to deal with that, it's not easy. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. The Hierophant. This Hierophant is a spiritual motherfucking covert narcissist. Hiding. Concealing. Hope for your challenge and homework. What else? Seven of motherfucking swords. They're toxic. And they're not going to change. You can. You don't need to take on their energies. Just because they're miserable doesn't mean you have to be. They're going to sure as shit make your life miserable. But if you make, those boundaries, enough is enough with the disrespect, and you stick with them, that's where you gain strength. That's when you get strong. Right? You do not have power over me. Right? Nobody should have power or force or control anyone. We are all equals. This condescending, egotistical MF needs to sit the fuck down. And the piper wants to get paid. Somebody made a soul contract deal. They need to deal with it. This is why we need to be more present in our lives. Very sacrificial energies. It's all about sacrifice in these days. It's all about ritual, motherfuckers. It's also about time that these curses and hexes are broken once and for all. However, I do feel like you are being very much enlightened, very much enlightened to what's going on as we go through this process, Capricorn. I feel like a lot of you have learned a lot. You've come far. Okay, I like it. What else? Oh, excuse me. I'm going to do this one. We're going to get deeper again. We're going to get even more. What else? What could possibly be else, right? What else? Show me what I need to see. If someone is having emotional outbursts, however, I feel like it's very natural to have an emotional outburst at times, right? But when it comes out in tantrums and spite and hostility, that's where it's unhealthy, obviously, right? High priestess, somebody knows that. Somebody is a high priestess here, Empress reversed, right? Somebody knows. Oh, and look, the Empress again. Ding, 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 ding. High Priestess and Empress. Very nice, Capricorn. Very nice. I feel like a lot of you are, and with Chariot down, Chariot up, right under it. Yeah. Something big is being birthed here. Something is being birthed. Sometimes the Empress is the matriarch, right? The glue could be very undecided from all of this, right? But I feel like they're going forward. They want to go forward, or they are, because it's in your present for the next few weeks. So show me. I need a bunch, please. Two of Cups reversed. Two of Coins. Yeah, this relationship is very out of balance. Some people don't want a reunion. Somebody doesn't here. I'm not sure how it is, but it is all about balancing the scales after all, right? This union, or possible your ex, whatever, however it works for you. I'm not sure. Somebody that you weren't talking to, maybe you're now thinking of talking to, or writing a letter or something. I think that was in your reading a month ago. How I remember that, I have no idea. But I think it was yours. Yeah, Nine of Coins. Somebody's very independent here. Somebody's very abundant here. But I also, on the other hand, feel like things are in abundance. Like the abusive, harsh, aggressive energies were in abundance, which is abuse, right? The miserish, the financial miser, the financial abuse, the mind control. I mean, there's a lot of things here that, and now this person is on their own, right? You could be dealing with a real life earth angel in this real life fairy tale. Somebody could be. Three of Coins. Yeah, this teamwork, this trio has stopped working together. The party is over, right? I got Empress, Queen of Wands. Somebody could be a witch here. One a good witch and one a dark witch, obviously, here, now that I have to be clear, But somebody's not going to change. They're not making any plans, but too bad, so sad. I feel like the glue or the matriarch or something putting their foot down, This is the wish fulfillment of it all, maybe. Dead center in the reading. Thank you. Wish fulfillment. This is what the Empress wants. Yes, thank you for validating. Right on cue. Wow, very cool. This arrogant, egotistical, voodooist, is that a word? Voodooist? Black warlock or black witch, whatever. Queen, they're going to have to face the Queen of Swords here. And I think that's why they're fearful. But it's about balancing it out. People want to leave the regret behind. They want to leave the embarrassments, the burdens, the shame. They want to get through it. They're tired of struggling. People are tired of struggling. This whole planet is struggling. Things have to change. This is why the universe is stepping in, because humanity has to change. And it is. In fact, it is. Page of Wands down. We're going forth with this child, but somebody doesn't have drive. They don't feel the someone has a lot of vitality here, a lot of piss and vinegar, and the other one not so much, but here we are, kind of thing. Okay, breaking chains. With the Devil reversed. Here we are. Okay. The Star down. Yeah. Having no hope is really not a good place. There is always hope. I don't give a shit. So in this case, I feel like it's a hopeless situation, or you feel like it is, right? It wasn't moving. It was a lot of, it is now. I feel like that, like a lot of things have happened, but there was no communication. A lot of time has passed. Thank you. Somebody is now realizing that they manifested something they didn't want after all. But wish fulfillment is here out of this somehow, some way, regardless. Okay. Four of Wands down. The devil. Yeah, it's not such good news in the family with the devil. That's in your present. The devil's undecided, of course. They will cause that confusion as long as they can and procrastinate as long as they can. Time is ticking. People are running out of time. Running out of time to make things right. And somebody wants to. Before it's too late. And I don't blame them. Oh, I just dropped one. Maybe not. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, they're dealing with it hard. Six of Wands down. Wow, what a mess. Of course I'm not taking all those. Holy shit, a storm. It should be the one on the bottom. Where was it? Oh, there it is. And this is the only one, yeah, that was up. Wow, somebody's dealing with it big time. They are, I feel like somebody could be losing their mind out there, whatever voodoo they put out. If they wanted somebody to look crazy, I think it's more like, who's the crazy one now? Somebody may need to get some psychiatric treatment or some sort of therapy or doctors involved. That's not for everybody, of course, but I am feeling it for someone here. Okay? Could be a father, could be an authoritative figure of some sort, a manager or somebody, with the Hierophant here, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, and this bad judgment. Yeah, they're worried about their public image. They're going to have to do something about it. Period. God's in town, man. I feel it all over this reading. Page of Cups down. They will not reflect. Seven of Swords. They are scared AF. They'll do it, maybe, but they're not going to reflect personally. Okay. So they might. So again, they're going to be like that covert mask kind of energy. They'll go, but they're going to, yeah. It's not emotionally fulfilling anymore. Kicking those cups off that branch, it's done. Nobody wants to deal with the shit. Nobody wants to struggle anymore. But we have to get through the storm, right? It's like the buffalo. The buffalo, when they see a storm, they go towards it because they know that they're going to get out of it. You don't run away from it because the storm will chase you. It doesn't matter where you go. You can't run. You can't hide. You are responsible for yourself no matter where you go in the world. So we can't run away. What the fuck? Get some balls. This little narcissist needs their own balls. Grow some balls. I can't believe this is going through, but here we are. Yeah, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. Crying over spilled milk. You got what you fucking wanted, you bitch. Somebody needed to hear that. All right. The Singing Birds. Hard to read. Celebrating the beauty of communication and expression. Very nice. Come in straight. They don't come in harsh and aggressive. It's good. If they do, they're gonna, what do you expect? But it is ultimately about, closure, I feel, in a big way for someone out there. All right, where am I here? What else? What else? I'll give you my familiar card. What time are we on? 50. What do we got for Capricorn? Oh, wow. It is a mess. It certainly is. First one on the table. Cheese and crow, magpie, and addiction. Yeah, addictions, addictive behaviors, obsessions, drugs, obviously. However it fits, the magpie. Don't forget to flip and flop, should you need to. All that glitters is not gold, as my beady eyes will testify. Your obsession for the possession of that which you desire is spiraling out of control. Your continual to reach the highest of highs could cause you to fall down low and far from the nest. Anything shiny will catch my attention, and don't think I won't dive bomb you for any treasures that you've been eyeing up. My warning bids you not to be blinded by that which dazzles you, for the tendencies to worship materialistic idols have caused you to believe in the false ideals placed upon you by peer pressure as well as the media. Dangerous addictions are fueling your habits, and you and others could be in danger because of your fixation. My sharp eyes will see through the illusion of your destructive patterns and cravings. So let me work a little magpie magic to bring balance into your life as you reevaluate your priorities. You have an addictive personality. Track the root of your cravings. Let go of emotional baggage. Someone's behavior needs to be addressed. No shit, Sherlock, huh? Don't take risks at the expense of others. A treasured piece of jewelry turns up. Nice. Join a support group to help with the addiction. Somebody has a drug addiction out there, I'm sorry to say. Others of you, it is in other ways. Either way, there is support. There is support around you. I like it. But facing these things head on, absolutely. All right, that's the way to do it, too. Facing them head on. Where am I? Here. All right, Grandma Josie is in the house. What have you got for us, Grandma? What have you got for Capricorn? Yeah, some people are very superficial, man. Very superficial. It's all about status and quo, And they're going to have a huge wake-up call, these people. That's what they're in for. Somebody's thinking of sending a letter. They may not be doing so well. I'm sorry to say. People need to heal and recover, right? I do see communication coming in, grieving, releasing. This is the time. Times are hard, but we're here. Here we are, right? The journey of it all. Yeah, somebody could be traveling. Life is a journey. It's not just a cliche. I do remind people of that. It is a journey. Things do not happen overnight. But if you stay balanced and you stay on course and you stay resilient and persistent, right? It does happen. It's not easy to be, but it is. But it isn't right now for us as humans because too much time, too much is built up. The people that are releasing you know, incarnations worth of karma. You know, they're releasing all of their ancestors' drama and sagas, and, you know, so it's more now than ever. People might be more tired than ever, and that's okay to rest more than ever right now, right? It's okay. Yeah, falseness. This devil's not going to fucking change. They're going to stay with it. Visit. Somebody's thinking of a visit, communication, something about this. Good. Good. I think it's the best thing, you know? The truth will set you free. I might even name your video that, right? I'm going to give you a rune. We're going to close this out, Capricorn. All right. This is looking up through the tower. If you were in the castle, right? You're looking up. Glastonbury tour. That's the back of it. All right. Where are we going if not deeper into this love? Heart be pure as a holy dove. Let me in or let me go. Somebody's deciding who exactly they do want in their life and who they don't. They're breaking chains. There could be divorce in the mix. And it's not easy. But I feel like if that is the case, it's much needed because their voodoo, you know, is shit. Somebody's voodoo is black, and that's what they choose. You don't need to, just because they do. Discernment. Always. Question everything. I always tell my collectives to be very curious. Question everything. Everything. And even when you get the answers, question them again just to make sure. Because it's all about your intuition and what you feel is the truth to you. And what's the truth, you know, you discern your way. Those are your messages, Capricorn. Be cool. Be kind. Be patient. And just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. Do the things. Do the things for me. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.